very nice to see you on the mat here with me today. Before we start, if you want to protect your knees a little bit, go and grab either a blanket or a rolled up towel so you can put it underneath your knees when we're on our knees. So when you've done that, just lie down on the floor in a lovely shavasana, just relaxing, and take your mind into yourself. Start observing your own breath. And just bring yourself into this world of you. Leaving everything else behind. Yoga is about bringing a smile to your face, regardless of what stresses and tensions and situations you're in. And now slowly start expanding your breath. You can lie with your eyes closed, but just let your inhalation go a little bit deeper into your body, aiming towards the diaphragm and out from the diaphragm and then up through the chest. Take another couple of breaths here and just expand your breath, your inhalation and your exhalation. Maybe on the next inhalation you count to 4, filling yourself up with lovely air. And then counting out for 8 on the exhalation, to make you breathe with a longer exhalation than your inhalation. So let's try that for 3 more breaths in your own time. And notice how your diaphragm is rising up towards the sky and flattening out on the exhalation. Now incorporate your arms with your rounds of breath. So on the inhale, lifting your arms and taking them all the way above your head and down to the floor behind your head. And when it's time to exhale, take them slowly back for the length of the exhalation to the floor next to your hips. And again, 2 more of these, following your inhalation and your exhalation. And 1 more time, and this time just make sure that you're aiming to keep your hands, getting your hands to the floor at the same time. It might sound easy, but it might not always be so easy. And 1 more go. Again, taking your hands above your head onto the floor at the same time, or as close to one another as possible. And now bring your legs together on the mat and flex your feet so the toes are pointing up to the sky. And then gently bring your right knee, bend your right knee and bring it to your chest and hug it tightly to your chest, as close as it can go. Keeping the left leg engaged on the floor and the toes pointing upwards there. Take another round of breath here. And on the exhalation, bring the knee a little bit closer to your chest if there is room to maneuver. And with your next exhalation, take your leg up to the ceiling, let go of it if you can, and take your leg down onto the mat, either with a bent knee or if you want a bigger challenge, with a straight knee. And we'll bring the left leg up, so flexed feet on both legs, bending that knee, the left knee, grabbing hold of it and bringing your knee tightly to your chest. Keep the right leg engaged, foot flexed and knee pushing down slightly towards the mat. And on the next exhalation, bring your left knee a little bit closer to your body. And on your next inhalation, straighten that knee up, and either with a bent knee or straight, slowly and gently bring it back down to the mat. And we do that one more time, so lifting the right leg up towards the sky, keeping feet flexed, and then bending the knee and bringing it tightly to your chest. And straightening out your right leg and slowly on the exhalation bringing it down to the mat. And bringing the left leg up, either with bent knee or straight, and then bending that knee, grabbing hold of the knee and bringing it close to your chest. Keep that right leg engaged on the mat. And stretching the leg up towards the ceiling and slowly down onto the mat. And relax. Now bend both knees, taking your heels as close to your buttocks as you only can. You can help with your hands if they're that close, so that they come really close to your buttocks. And then putting your feet together, the soles of your feet together, and just let your knees drop out. So lying very comfortably, hopefully, with arms out on your sides, palms uppermost, and we're in a reclining butterfly position here. Knees are opening up, and just feel that lovely emptiness that is being created in the hips when you're opening up the knees like this. So breathing all the way into your diaphragm, and then fill your chest and collarbone area. And again, spend a bit longer exhaling, starting from the collarbone area, then the chest, and last, the diaphragm. And squeeze your pelvic floor muscle, your mular bandus upwards, so that you're really emptying that air from your body. And inhaling again, diaphragm first, and all the way up to the top. You do this 2 more rounds at your own pace. Just feel that openness of your body. Feel the love in your heart. Keep a smile on your face. And when you're ready on the next exhalation, bringing your knees up together and taking your feet still by your hips, very close to your hips. Take your knees about hip distance apart and bring your right foot up onto the left knee. So bending your right leg. And then push that right knee down towards the bottom of the mat so that you're really feeling it in your hip, opening that hip. And you still should have this lovely sense of space in your lower abdomen, giving a lot of space to all those important glands where all the hormones are created, or a lot of the hormones are created. And keep pushing that knee down, exhaling. And on the next inhale, just bring your left knee up to the top, keeping your right knee underneath your right foot still on the left knee. And here, just circle your ankle 3 times one way, 3 times the other. This is the left ankle, sorry. And if you want, just bend your left knee and grabbing hold of your shins maybe, or behind your hamstrings, and bring that left leg closer to your body. Just carry on opening that right hip. Never go beyond your own comfort zone, but take it there. And on every exhalation, bring your knee a little bit closer. So remind yourself that on exhalations, typically we try to go a little bit deeper into any pose we're in. And one more round of breath here. When you're ready, drop your left foot down onto the floor. Take your hands by your side, lifting right leg up towards the ceiling. Flex your foot and very slowly take it down. And just feel those stomach muscles, core muscles engaging when you're slowly taking your right leg down on the mat. Brilliant. And now we do the same with the left. So straightening up left leg onto the ceiling and slowly bringing it down onto the mat. Great. Bend your right knee and take your foot as close to your buttocks as only possible, and then bring your left foot up onto that right knee. And again, try to push your left knee down towards the bottom of the mat. So really consciously opening that hip. If you can do all this with your eyes closed, that is so relaxing. Please do so. And keep pushing that knee down. Take another breath here. And when you're ready on your next inhalation, lift your right leg up towards the sky, rubbing hold of the hamstring of the right leg. And then circle your ankle 3 times one way and 3 times the other, whilst the left foot is just relaxing and helping the left hip to open up. And if you're comfortable here, leave it here. If you want to bend your knee, please do so, either holding on to your hamstrings with bent right knee, or grabbing hold of the shin on your right leg. And bringing that right knee as close to your core as is in your practice. Keep breathing calmly. And then take your mind for a little while to your shoulder blades and see that you're pushing the shoulder blades down onto the mat and maybe slightly down towards your waistline as well, so that you have a long neck whilst you're bringing that right knee towards your core. Take another breath here, a long, slow one. next exhale, just drop your right knee to the floor. Let go of your arms, drop them down to the floor. And take your left leg up towards the sky and slowly, core engaged, taking that left leg down onto the mat. And then straighten up your right leg up towards the sky, and again flexed foot, taking it slowly down to the mat, parallel to the left leg. Great. And let your feet flop out, your knees flop out, and take another lovely breath here. Beautiful. Now just turn yourself onto your stomach. I'll turn around so I don't hit my head on the piano. And just put your hands underneath your forehead into a gorgeous crocodile, and take one breath here by pushing your diaphragm out on the inhalation. So you really can feel that lift off from the mat on the inhalation, and the sinking of your body on the exhalation. Beautiful. Now come up on your elbows, interlacing your fingers in front of you. And we're just pushing our body up with the help of our arms. And then just lengthen your neck, pushing shoulder blades down. And lift your nose up towards the sky. Big smile on your face. And keep pushing for a little bit longer. And staying in this position, just take your arms wide, fingers spread out, and take your elbows a little bit closer to your body so that your elbows and shoulders are stacked. And push up here into this Sphinx pose. And then drop your head if you can. And slowly let your elbows become free so that you can come all the way down to the mat again into crocodile. Take a breath here. And then straighten your arms in front of you along the floor. And now lift your right arm and your left leg, and maybe your head as well, off the mat. And try to pull your fingers and your toes in opposite directions really, really strongly. And exhale down. And inhale, coming up with the left arm and right leg. So opposite arms and legs. In a really nice, strong stretch. And down, forehead down on the floor. And inhaling, lifting forehead. And right arm and left leg, and we do that again, strengthening the whole length of the back. And down, and left arm and right leg. Great, and down. And now move your arms alongside your body. And from here we're going into locust, and lifting our legs up towards the ceiling, and then lifting our arms up alongside our body so that the little finger is pointing towards the ceiling and thumb pointing down onto the mat. And you're lifting your whole body, chest, head, neck, shoulders, everything off the mat. So just the bottom of your core is on the mat. And down. Chin on the floor. You might want to turn your head onto one side, if that's comfortable for you, for one more breath here. And when you're ready, Inhaling and put your chin on the floor. And then we'll take both arms and legs up one more time, and shoulders and head into locust. Really, really strong. And spread your fingers out wide so that the hands have something to do too. Beautiful. And down. And now bend your knees, grabbing hold of your feet, or maybe your leggings if it's difficult. Grab hold of your feet, and then pushing your legs back, lifting your body up from the floor, and maybe even rocking a little bit backwards and forwards to just massaging the inner organs there. And relax. Beautiful. Put your hands underneath your forehead and take a couple of breaths here. And now put your hands by your chest, lifting yourself up into upward facing dog. So lift yourself so that only the kneecaps and your feet are on the floor. And really lengthen your neck. Push your shoulder blades down, and then if you can, lift yourself up so that only toes and hands are on the floor, if you want that challenge. Otherwise just stay with your knees on the floor. And then slowly bottom up into the air and coming down, back into pose of a child, with arms in front of you or by your side. And take a couple of breaths here. Great. And when you're ready, come up to all fours into tabletop. So hands and knees are about same distance apart. Arms are stacked, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and hips are stacked with the knees. And your lower legs are parallel on the mat. And a beautiful tabletop. So keeping your back straight, no curve on it either upwards or downwards, but really straight. And check your head, maybe gaze at about 1 meter in front of your mat, so that your head is lifted rather than falling down. And now just pay attention to your arms. Really push yourself upwards so that the scapulas are engaged, and all the little muscles around the scapulas. Great. Now taking your right arm and left foot into opposite directions, just stretching out again, and then taking right elbow to left knee underneath you, and a little bit past if you can, and then straightening out, and one more time, elbow to knee, and one more time, straightening out, and elbow to knee underneath your body, and then place your hand and knee down on the floor. And now taking the left arm and right leg out in opposite directions. And then when you're ready, bending elbow towards the knee underneath you. And with your breath, inhaling when you're going out, exhaling when elbow is coming to knee. And one more stretching out. And elbow to knee. And hands down at the mat. And coming down into pose of a child. And from here, I'll turn around, taking our, straightening ourselves up on the mat, so standing on the left knee. So this is where you might need a knee cushioning underneath you if you wanted to grab hold of that. Keep your right foot on the mat. And from here, arms out to the side. And slowly going towards that right stretched out foot. And even creating an arch. Feel that stretch in your left hand side. And breathe into that. And on your next exhale, bringing that left arm down to the mat, right arm up towards the sky, and right leg is now off the floor, parallel with the floor, or as close as. If you want to challenge your balance a bit more, look up on your fingertips on the right. And coming back up. Hands in front of you onto the floor. And lift your right leg up. And then just circle it 3 times one way and 3 times the other. And then knees together. Beautiful. And now taking the left leg out to the side, left foot on the floor, arms out to the side, and slowly bending over that stretched out leg on the left. Right arm up towards the sky, and if you can, maybe stretch the arm even further to the left. Trying as much as possible to keep the shoulders in line rather than the top shoulder falling forwards, which is very, very easy to do. And coming all the way back down, right hand on the mat, lifting that left leg up, and then circling it 3 times one way and 3 times the other. Bend your knee, hands on the floor in front of you, and coming down into pose of a child again. And now just walk your fingertips forwards whilst doing pose of a child. Just to stretch out the back and the shoulders, if that is in your practice. If you feel it uncomfortable, then take your hands next to your body, if that is better for you. Never ever suffer. Just do everything in the way that your body allows you to do it. And coming up to all fours again, into tabletop. And from here, tuck your toes in, lifting your bottom up, and we're in downward facing dog. And from here, just feel that lovely stretch in your legs. You might have your legs bent, that's fine, but maybe just walk them out, pedal your feet slowly. And keep your fingers spread out on the mat so that you have a nice base. And try to put some of the pressure onto your fingertips, taking it off your wrists. Keeping your core strong, straight back. And if you want to gaze at your navel, great. And now taking your right leg up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to move the body forwards, so bending the knee and knees coming almost in between your arms, or as close as possible, and then out, and in between the hands and out, and one more go, in, and then put your foot down on the outside of the line between your left foot and left hand, and then just drop that knee down, the right knee, stretch your left leg up and away from the mat, And slowly ease yourself very gently down onto the floor with your hips parallel. Grab hold of the mat so that you're getting support from there. We're now in pigeon. So what we want to do is bend our elbows, maybe cross your fingers, interlace your fingers in front of you, and then just let that hip relax into the mat. There might be an interesting feel in your right glute, the different muscles of the glutes. And just let it relax there, whichever pose you're in. Just become aware of where you're feeling this, and if it's a good feeling at the edge of your comfort zone, just stay there. If it's not, just bring your foot a little bit more underneath your body in order to not have it so straight out. Ideally, we're aiming for having the knee toe line at 90-degree angles. That's the intention. And then if you want to ease your elbows out and drop your head down onto the ground, and just let that glute relax. Sometimes a tight glute can cause problems in the back, so it's really good to stretch it, and this is probably the one world's best glute stretcher. So if one can stay in this for a little while, that's a good thing. If you can't, just come back up and go into pose of a child. If you're still in pigeon, just lift your body up so that you're on straight arms, and if it's in your practice, try to bend the left knee and maybe grab hold of it with your right hand. A modification of pigeon. And then let go of your leg, plant your hands firmly on the mat and rise up, stretching your right foot up towards the sky, and then down into downward facing dog. And let's just have a little break here so we all go into pose of a child. Just for one round of breath, let the body settle before we do it on the other side. So on the inhale, coming up to tabletop, then tucking your toes in, lifting your bottom up into down dog. And from here, take your left leg up towards the sky, keeping it as straight as you can, and then moving your body weight forwards when you bend the left knee in towards the hands, and straightening it out behind you, and coming over your knee towards the hands, straightening out, and one more time. So try to do everything with your breath here. There we go. Leg is up now, and this time just take your left leg in under your body, take your left foot on the outside of your right hand and right knee, and then straighten the right leg and move the toes back so that you're sitting down on this bent front leg. And if you can in this pose, just bend your elbows, getting them down on the mat, and maybe moving your head so that you're lying on the mat in sleeping pigeon. And again, observe your feeling in the glute and wherever else. This side might be stiffer, so you might feel it more, or you might feel it less. On this side we're all different, but we're never really completely symmetrical, so it will feel different. And stay here for 3 more breaths if you can, otherwise just come back up and go into pose of a child. position. Take your hands down onto the floor. Push up your body with your arms. Have a straight back, head up. And if you want to, bend the right knee behind you and grab hold of that knee with your left hand. So this is King Pigeon. And then drop it down. Tuck your toes in on the right foot. Lifting yourself up. Left leg up into the sky. And then down on the mat, parallel to the right. Almost wet. And then drop yourself down, taking your arms towards your feet and relax in the lovely pose of a child. Now coming up into tabletop, hands firmly planted on the mat, spreading out the fingers, fanning them out, and knees about hip distance apart. And we'll just take the right arm out to the side and following the right hand with our gaze, and then just leading it in between your left wrist and left knee into a sort of needle and thread pose. Drop your left arm so that the elbow is on the floor, and maybe your shoulder is coming onto the floor as well. This is an excellent stretch for the muscles between your scapulas and the whole upper back. So if you have pain in the upper back, this could potentially be a really good one to use to release that. Your bottom is sticking up, so it's not the most flattering of poses, but it's a really, really nice one for the upper body. So take one more breath here. And when you're ready, push yourself up with your left hand, taking your right arm out to the side, looking at it, and then down onto the mat. And we'll do the same on the left. So left arm out towards the sky, and then in between the wrist and the knee on the right, and dropping yourself down onto the floor. And just relax, just let the muscles just adjust. All the soft tissue is getting a good stretch here. It's not only the muscles, it's also the soft tissue, tendons and ligaments that are getting a good stretch here. So take one more round of breath in this lovely needle and thread pose. And pushing yourself up, left arm up towards the sky and hand down on the mat. Very, very nice too. Come back down into pose of the child. Have a little sneaky creep forwards with your fingertips so that you're straightening your elbows as well as much as possible. And relax in pose of the child. And bringing your hands a little bit closer to your knees, coming up into tabletop, and just wiggle your bottom a little bit. And from here, cross your feet behind your back, taking your knees really, really wide as the mat, if it's in your practice, or even wider, wherever you're comfortable at. And then coming down into pose of a child with wide open knees. And head down on the floor, arms stretched out in front of you. And coming back up again And then just sit back on your mat and stretch out your legs in front of you. So now sitting up straight on the mat in a complete L shape. This is staff pose. Flex your feet so that they're pointing towards your nose. Push your knees down into the mat. Walk your glutes closer to one another and keep them very, very engaged. Pull in, straighten your back as if something is pulling you up towards the sky. And relax. Beautiful. And from here, engage your legs again in the same way, but now we're stretching our arms up and folding forwards as far down as is possible for us. It's the core that should get closer to the upper thighs. It doesn't matter if you can't reach your feet. Just hold on to your legs wherever it's possible, but don't pull your head down towards the legs. Just press yourself down from your back as close to the legs as you only can. And then when you're in your maximum position, just drop your head. So there should be no tension in your head at this point. And then stretching arms forwards and all the way up towards the sky. And hands together. Beautiful. And from here, take your legs wide as you can, and make yourself sit at the front of your sitting bones. So just maybe pull that fleshy bit back a little bit so that you're sitting forwards. Feet flexed, arms at this moment on your legs, and then just take your arms high into the sky and folding over your left leg. And again, let the head be last to come down. So just keep your awareness in your core, how close you come to your leg. And inhaling, stretching up, and exhaling, going towards the right foot. So wherever you're at, just grab hold of your leg so that you get a little support from it. And inhaling, coming back up. And taking a bow forwards, maybe touch your wide legs somewhere where it's convenient for you. Or grab hold of your feet if that's in your practice. There's different stages for all of us, and they may feel different on different times. And with practice, we all get the tension to be at least that little bit extra, so don't give up. And arms up towards the ceiling, hands together, and feet together. Beautiful. Now bring your knees up towards your chest. And from here, we'll go into the boat pose again, but we'll take it in stages. So lean back a little bit, lift your feet off the mat, lifting your shins up, maybe engaged feet so that they're not just flopping there, and taking your arms in front of you. And down on the mat. And we'll do that again, lifting our shins up parallel to the floor. And if you can, straighten your feet and straighten your legs into a lovely boat. And bringing your knees into your chest. We'll do that one more time, but if any time your back is pinching, remember, don't let it go there. Just bend your knees and come back. Okay, so engaging your core. And take 2 more rounds of breath if you can. And feet down on the mat. Great. from here, take your legs really wide, and we'll put our hands to heart center, but put your elbows on your knees, and just push those knees out, and then just flop down. Let your hands go down on the mat, and let your back relax. Great. And now coming down onto our back and just having a quick back rock as well, just in case there was some overindulgence in that move just then. So let your scapulars come down onto the floor, just straighten your back and rock your body from side to side. And then grab hold of your big toes with the index finger and the long finger. Lift your head up and just rock yourself backwards and forwards first a few times to massage your own back, and then come up into seated position when you're ready. Lovely. If that didn't work for you, just come into seated position anyway. Great. And now stretch out your legs on the mat, sitting very, very straight. Take your right foot over your left knee, and take your right arm behind your back, and your left arm pushing your right knee to the left. And you come into a twist, so keeping your arm fairly straight behind you, just lifting your whole body up to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling, moving over your right shoulder. And if you can, inhale one more time here, and exhale, twisting a little bit further to the right. And then inhaling and coming back to center. Now lifting the left leg over the right, taking your left arm behind your back and down on the mat, keeping your right arm over your left knee, and again wiggle that knee further to the right. Take a deep breath in and slowly moving over, twisting over to your left, over your left shoulder. And take another inhalation, straighten your back, and maybe move a little bit further onto the left here. And inhaling, and back to center, and undo the tangle. Arms to the sky and down towards your feet with your hands to realign the spine. And from here, cross your legs and put some weight onto your feet. And maybe with a little bit of a push from the back with your hands, you can get up in this cross-legged position. Otherwise, come up and in any which way you can, up to standing up straight. And come to the top of the mat, stretching up. Feet can be together or a little bit apart. Arms down to the side and hinging down. And letting your back relax here. Maybe your knees are a bit bent, that's fine. Or straight if you're happy there. But here we just want to adjust the spine so that it feels great and enjoys the movement. And if you can, grab hold of your legs wherever is comfortable and just pull your core a little bit closer to your legs. And then letting your arms go up reaching up to the ceiling, taking your hands behind your back and putting your hands on your hips. And just drop your head down a little bit behind you. And if you can, just a small backward bend to ease off the back. Arms up to the ceiling, folding forwards. Now put your hands on your shins and come up into halfway up so that the body is parallel to the floor here. And then wrap your shoulders around your legs and falling down onto the mat again. And now arms out to the side and all the way up. And hands above your head or on your hips for a small backward bend. Coming up to the top, hands to heart centre. And a big smile. Right. And from here, take your feet about a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And bend your knees, keeping your hands at heart centre. And then just sit here on your haunches, squatting, and with your hands and arms pushing your knees wider and wider. Beautiful. Now come up on tiptoes, strengthening those feet underneath you, trying to keep the pressure on your knees, and then down. And one more go up. Engage your toes so that the toes are clutching to the mat. And down. And then put your hands on the floor and slowly straighten your legs so that you're coming up into forward fold. And from here, put your hands on your hips and taking your back vertebrae by vertebrae up towards the top. So the head comes up absolutely last. Fantastic. Then we'll put our weight on the left leg and root the left foot onto the mat, and just lift your right foot up on your leg somewhere, either on your shin or on your upper thigh, but not on your knee. Don't put pressure on your knee here. So if you can, up on the upper thigh or on top of the upper thigh even. Into tree pose. So, when you're ready, don't look at me, I'm having a wobble. Take your arms to heart centre, hands to heart centre. And straighten up your arms up towards the sky. And take another breath here. Arms down and foot down. Beautiful. And on the other side now, so do what you did on the other side. So either foot on the shin or on the upper thigh, or actually lying on the upper thigh into a symmetrical tree to what you did on the other foot. And when you're ready, lifting up your arms towards the sky. Take a couple more breaths here if you can. And then arms down to hands to heart centre and foot down. Beautiful. Now put your weight on your right foot and take your left foot behind your right leg. And from here, when you're ready, just strengthen your core, lift up your mula bandhas, just prepare yourself for a balance and look at a spot on the floor or on the wall, wherever you are. And then when you're ready and feeling balanced, coming up on your toes on the right. It might be
very wobbly. It's quite a difficult balance, but keep persevering to just strengthen that right foot. And down. And we'll do the same on the other side, so grab hold of the mat with your left foot and tuck your right foot behind that leg. And then coming up, when you're ready, up on your toes. And it looks so easy, but it's not. So we'll do it one more time. So put your left leg behind your right, left foot behind your right rather. And I'll have to try to concentrate really hard. I hope you are doing the same. Up on the toes of your right foot. Two more rounds of breath if you can. And down. Well done. And then grab hold of the mat with your left foot. Right foot behind your left leg. And up on your toes when you're ready. One more round of breath if you can. And down. Well done. Straighten up. Reach high up to the sky and forward fold with a straight back and just hang there for a little while. And then move your feet out about a little bit more than hip distance apart, grabbing hold of your elbows, bending your knees, and just let your back relax. Your toes can be sent some gratitude to. And just maybe swing from side to side or backwards and forwards. Now grabbing hold of the mat. Hold on to the mat for as long as you can and straighten your legs. And here, grab hold of your, interlace your hands behind your back so that your fingers are, your hands are pointing up towards the ceiling. And then very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up to the top with your hands away from your body. Keep pulling them away from your body. And head comes up last. And now just rotate your shoulders without letting go of your interlaced fingers. And relax. Very, very nice too. And from here, just come down into seated position. So either by crossing your legs and sitting down straight away, or maybe coming down into downward facing dog. Walking back a little bit, putting knees on the floor, crossing legs and sitting down. Whichever way your imagination takes you, but let your body move as if you love your body. Great. Good. And from here, just sit cross-legged. If you need to adjust yourself a little bit, just take the fleshy bit behind you so that you're sitting a little bit more forwards. Great. And now taking your hands to heart center, sliding your hands in front of you into a really long stretch on the floor. Take one more breath here and check in with your body, how it's feeling. Thank it for everything it has done for you during this session. And bringing your hands back and up to heart center. And send your love to your nearest and dearest. And if you want to take this further from here, if you want to go into a beautiful Shavasana, please do so. And just lie on the floor, relax. And if any thoughts come into your head, just observe them, but no judgment. Don't let them grab you, don't think you need to make a decision. Just let the thoughts float over like clouds in the sky. But I'll leave you here. So thank you so much for joining me on the mat. Namaste. I hope you enjoy your Shavasana.